Today's Inside Story is an unauthorized biography. You won't hear Prince speak, but the story tells itself. His fans say he's sexy. His detractors say he's disgusting. We say he's difficult to ignore.
No!
He is the reigning bad boy of rock, provocative, and he's the Prince of Controversy, as one of his songs is appropriately titled. His lyrics are among the dirtiest on record. He has at times deliberately obscured the lines of his own sexuality. He mixes sex and religion in a manner some consider nearly blasphemous. He's virtually inaccessible to journalists and fans alike. He's accompanied in public by huge bodyguards. The seeds of controversy began in Minneapolis, where Prince Roger Nelson was born 30 years ago. His parents were divorced, so he spent much of his childhood in the basement of his friend Andre Simone's house.
Prince wasn't a bad kid, but music was always on his mind, so he didn't think or pay any attention to any other thing.
Though just over 5 feet 3 inches tall, he played basketball in junior high before forming several local bands. His stage clothes were designed by Sylvia Payne.
I put buttons down the side of his jeans, everything that he wore at that time to make him appear taller.
Prince broke onto the national scene with an image of a man whose every action seemed calculated to provoke. He often appeared on stages clad in bikini underwear, obscuring his own sexual identity.
He used to come out in the bikini underwear, and he'd rub up against the guys in the band, and then he'd go and kiss the girl keyboard player.
Offstage, he's said to have an endless passion for women. One English tabloid describes in great detail a recent Prince affair in which he is reported to have eaten popcorn and honey from the navel of a British model. But Sheena Easton, who is rumored to have been romantically linked to Prince, says you can't always believe what you read in the papers.
According to the papers at the time, Prince and I were living together. I had fired all of his help and was cooking for him. And we were just communicating telepathically, and then I left him for Don Johnson.
And Sheena says Prince is a true genius.
To me, he is one of the most creative, innovative, talented geniuses, and I use the word rightly so.
I knew a girl named Nikki, I guess you could say she was a sex fiend.
Prince's focus on sex in his lyrics has also drawn protest. He was a prime target at congressional hearings for sexual references like those in his song Darling Nikki.
I met a girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby masturbating with magazines.
In spite of his stage persona, Prince is said to be very religious, leading his band in prayer before each concert. Chick Huntsberry is a former Prince bodyguard turned evangelist.
I gave Prince his first Bible for Christmas one time, big, nice Bible. Prince, I think, is just a little confused in some things. I mean, see, because you can't serve two gods.
At times, Prince's penchant for mixing sex and religion has even troubled members of his own band.
My Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Situations got real tense because everybody was real leery of saying the Lord's Prayer on stage and then going right into a tune about something, sexual.
But those closest to him describe Prince as being extremely shy and protective of his image. When Prince was riding high on the film Purple Rain, noted satirist and author Stan Freberg produced this commercial for Prince's spaghetti, a pasta that's been around 3/4 of a century.
Oh, that Prince. Well, what do you mean in concert?
In concert with your Prince spaghetti sauce.
Prince, the rock star, was not amused. And his lawyer sent a letter to Prince Spaghetti asking them to cease and desist using the commercial and to kindly remove the name of their client from Prince Spaghetti. In the end, Prince found his sense of humor and, backed off from the lawsuit.
Despite all the controversy, Prince's current tour continues to be a huge success, and fans, musicians, and critics call him a musical genius.
In terms of being successful and being creative at the same time, there's no one who touches him right now.
You can see his impact everywhere. And I suppose maybe we've been maybe a little more outrageous because of it.
Obviously, to some, Prince is incredibly sexy, a trendsetter in the forefront of style, and for others, maybe H.L. Mencken put it best, Nobody ever went broke underestimating the taste of the American public. But whatever you happen to think, or whether you confuse him with spaghetti or not, according to Forbes magazine, over the past 2 years, Prince has earned $24 million.
Now, before Prince wore the crown as ruler of outrageous rock, Elton John was the king. But now Elton has tamed his act substantially.